So from last time, this is where we left off. So this was the binomial probability function. Remember we previously looked at these. So we're just saying for all values, all the different values of n that it could be, it's just going to follow this rule. Okay, remember that's a really good way of summarising the information. So we're just going to have a look at just a few quick questions. Okay, just in case you're a little bit unsure about what to go and do. So I'm saying the probability that x is equal to 0. So if I'm just going to follow this through, then that's going to be 12c0 multiplied by 0.16 to the 12 multiplied by 0.84 to the 0. So that's going to be 1. That's going to be 1. That's the answer, whatever that is. Okay, and then the second one. So what do we got here? We've got 12c2, and then we've got 0.16 to the power of 2, and then we're going to have 0.84 to the power of 10. Okay, and then obviously we can go and work that out. I just want to show you. Remember we had 220 in there last time. Sorry, it did come up because it just took a moment. I didn't realise it was going to take so long to go and work that out for us. Be able to go and do that. So it's just a nice looking graph, isn't it? But what's it look like? Right, it looks like a normal distribution. Okay, remember that's for the future. All right, trying to make that link in for you. All right, so again, really useful. So let's have a look then at those. The other couple of examples quickly. All right. Like I said, you can work out the answers to those. I'm sure that's not a problem. All right. So let's have a little look at this. Now, what I'm going to do here is obviously I've got a little bit of context going on here. So I spin the first spinner on the right 7 times. Find the probability that I spin 2 5s. So let's summarise what we've got. We spin it 7 times, and then what's the chances of getting a 5? It says fair spinner, so that's going to be 0.2. You can write 1 over 5 if you want to, and then we can now write this down. So what's the probability that x is equal to 2? Okay, x, the random variable, being the number of 5s that we're going to get. Okay, so all that's going to be is it's going to be 7c2 multiplied by 0.2 to the power of 2, 0.5 to the power, sorry, not 0.5, what am I talking about? 0. Just change that to an 8. Right, I was thinking about that 5 just there. All right, there we go. All right, and again, you can go and pop that into your calculator. Right, so what's different about these questions? These questions, it's asking me to look at a range there. Now, we can work these out separately. So what it's actually going to be is it's the probability that x is equal to 2 plus the probability that x is equal to 1 and plus the probability that x is equal to 0. Now this one, oh, wait a minute, it doesn't include the 4. That could catch people out. So this one is the probability that x is equal to 2 plus the probability that x is equal to 3. Now there's different ways of doing this. This one here, it's probably the easiest thing to do is just to go and pop it into there. All right, so let's go and do that. Let's just quickly try it just to see how we can go and do that. So what do? We go to number 7. We're going to do a cumulative one this time. So we've got that there. I'm going to pick number 1. So we want to do, so if we just put in 2 here, and n is 6, and then we've got 0.32. It's easy as this. There we go. 0.7064. So the answer there, 706. Okay. This one. There's different ways of doing this. What you could do is, this is probably the, if I'm using this thing, then think of it like this. Probability that x is less than or equal to 3. I could work out these two separately and just add them together. Yeah, that's fine. And then we can, I'm just trying to show you a different way of doing this. And then we could take away the probability that x is less than or equal to 1. So I could find out these two. So that would give me the same answer as this, because I want the 2 and the 3. Okay, so you can, I'm going to let you do that. I'm not going to finish that for you now. And then we get questions, and like I said, the only way that these questions get a little bit harder is that they just try and give us a little bit kind of context to the question. So what have we got here? Drug with a success rate of 83% is tested on 8 people. So look, they've actually been quite nice to us here on this question, because they've actually summarised the information. That if that wasn't written down, that would be the first thing that I would be writing down. All right, so we're looking at just where we've got a bit more information here. There's a lot of text there. That's what you should be trying to pull out. So actually, the question here is really simple, because the only bit of the question that I'm interested in really is that. That's the information, and that's the question. Find the probability that x is less than or equal to 6. I'll tell you what, let's go and do that on GeoGebra and just, okay? I want you to try and do it different ways, all right? If you do it different ways, then it's just better. It helps your own understanding of what's going on here. So n is going to be, oh, it's not gonna like me on this one, okay? It's still kind of a bit frozen, right? Okay, we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, all right? There we go. Let's go and do it from here. How annoying that is. Yeah, here's my trusty fallback. All right. I think we broke it. So what do we got? We got x is gonna be 6, and n is 8, and then we got 0.83. Whoa, what have I got to do here? I need to press equals. There we go, and that's the answer. So you can have a go at doing a few questions. I suppose I think people probably find the hardest ones are questions like this one here. And if it does give you a range there, it's worth just writing down. Let's imagine imagine this was my question here. I'm going to go beyond this 6, okay? It's for a different setup. So let's imagine that we wanted to go from 3 to x is less than 9, okay? Clearly that's not from there. All right, I'll cover that up. Right, just pretend that's not the question then. Right, and if you're a little bit unsure, what's not a bad idea is writing out different possibles of x. 7, 8, oops, 9, 10, and then highlight, and then just rounding off. Right, what could it be? It could be, so it's from there. It's not 9, so it's these guys. And then how are you going to do that? If we do the probability that x is less than or equal to 8, so that gives me all of that. And then take away these guys. Take away the probability that less than or equal to 2. And we can work out those two things quite easily. Right? Clearly, n wouldn't be 6, right? Obviously, it would have to be higher than 9. All right, there you go. But that would be the idea. So if you get one and you're a little bit unsure, just write these numbers down, and it just might make it a little bit clearer for you. All right. Right. So it's time for you to have a go at doing some questions on this. All right. Okay. And hopefully see how you get on with those. All right. There you go.